we'll begin our practice. So, just taking the right ear down towards the right shoulder. Stretch off the side of the neck. Coming to centre, dip the chin down towards the chest. Just feel that stretch across the back of the neck and into the tops of the shoulders. Then lifting the chin. Take the left ear down towards the left shoulder. Back up to centre, and again chin to chest. Maybe a little deeper this time. And lifting the chin, maybe look up towards the ceiling. Just open up the front of the throat. And coming back to centre. Okay, bring the palms of the hands together, press them together. Inhale, roll the shoulders back and down. Exhale, take the fingers wide and then turn the palms to face the ceiling. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, and exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, reach into the fingertips, turn the palms. Inhale, and exhale, hands down, just one more time. Inhale, really exaggerate the movement in the shoulders. Exhale, fingertips reach and palms turn. Inhale and exhale down. This time as you inhale, take the arms behind you, interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades together, open up the chest and look up. As you exhale, arms come out in front, press the backs of the hands away, tuck the chin. Inhale to lift the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and exhale to round off the spine. Inhale, lift, and exhale. Coming back to centre. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, side bend to your right. Push your left hip down. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, over to the left. Inhaling, reach, exhale, over. Inhale, up, exhale, inhale, reach to centre, and exhale, fold forwards. Now just press both of your sit bones down into the floor, reach the fingertips way out in front, melt the chest down towards the earth. And then breathe. Feel the stretch in the hips. Maybe squeeze the tummy muscles, just feel that release in the lower back. And then lifting the chest. Walk the hands back in towards you and sweep the knees behind. To come to all fours, ready for cat-cow. So we want to have your wrists underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Inhale to lift your sit bones, lower back sinks down. Exhale to curl and arch your back, tuck the chin. Inhale, lift to cow, roll the shoulders away from the ears. Keep the teeth together. Exhale to curl. Now really press the floor away with the hands. And inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Coming back to neutral. Inhale to take the right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bend the elbow. See if you can wriggle the fingertips round towards the left thigh. Now really press into the floor with this left hand. Look up towards the ceiling. Open up the shoulder. Now push your hips back towards your heels. Lift the torso, cross the left hand over the right knee. Look over the back shoulder. Inhaling to try and lift from the crown of the head. Exhale, maybe twist a little deeper. Coming back to all fours, bring your left hand back underneath the shoulder. Inhale, right arm reaches up tall. Exhale to thread the needle. So you're bringing your right shoulder to the ground, your ear to the ground, and pressing the floor away with the left hand to deepen the twist and to increase the stretch around the shoulders. Coming back up to all fours. Inhale, lift to cow. And exhale, curl to cat. Back to neutral. Inhale, raise your left arm up towards the ceiling. Bend the elbow. See if you can wriggle the fingertips round to the inner thigh in the right leg. Eye gaze up. Now push the hips back towards the heels. Feel that nice stretch down the side of the body. Lift the torso, right hand crosses over the left knee. Take a breath in to lift and then exhale to twist. Coming back to all fours, right hand underneath the shoulder. Inhale to raise your left arm. Exhale to thread the needle. So bring the shoulder down, the ear down, and then gently press the floor away with that right hand. And coming back up to all fours. Wrists beneath the shoulders again, knees underneath the hips for one more round. Inhale, lift to cow. Exhale, curl to cat. Back to neutral. Okay, step one, foot followed by the other, back to a plank. So we've got the wrists underneath the shoulders here, heels over the toes. Nice straight line in the back of the body. Option to come down to the knees if the lower back starts to hurt. Big breath in here, lengthen the back of the neck. As you breathe out, lift your hips to downward facing dog. Let's keep it nice and soft. First one, bend one knee, push the opposite heel to the floor, and then switch. And switch again. And again. Okay, pushing both heels towards the floor, lift your sit bones high up towards the sky. Now we're going to step the right foot between the hands. Option to come straight from your down dog. Alternatively, pop the knees on the floor and then step it through. We're going to end up in the same place, so it doesn't matter. Knee over the ankle, back toes relaxed. We're sinking into the hips. Okay, let's just take a breath here just to check, make sure our alignment is correct. Then inhaling, press your right foot firmly into the floor and squeeze the thighs together. Inhale and rise. Exhale to take the hands behind you. Interlace the fingers. Draw the knuckles down the back leg. Eye gaze up. Try and bring the palms of the hands slightly closer to each other, almost like you're holding a golf ball or an egg between the hands, so we're not open here. Trying to stretch the shoulders, open up the chest. and release. Okay, hands either side. Tuck the back toes and step it back. Downward facing dog. Okay, left foot steps forward. Again, options there to pop the knees down along the way, if that helps you. Knee over the ankle. Take a breath in. And exhale. Inhale, press the foot into the floor. Squeeze the thighs together. And exhale, hands behind you. Interlace the fingers. Draw the knuckles down the back leg. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the chest. And release. Okay, so you're going to step your back foot to the top of the mat to find yourself in a standing forward fold. I'm just going to shuffle back here. Okay, so I'd like you to bring the feet together for this version, because we're going to be coming into chair pose. Now soften your knees as much as you need to make contact between your belly and your thighs. So we're still lifting the sit bones high, even with the soft knees. Now relax your head all the way down. So the crown of the head is facing the floor. Arms are relaxed. You can hold on to the opposite elbows if you wish. Let the arms just dangle down. Bring the palms to the floor. Whatever you're most comfortable with. You're trying to keep that contact between the belly and the thighs. Okay. As you breathe in, you're trying to move the chest closer to the floor while simultaneously lifting the sit bones. And as you exhale, softening down into your forward fold. So we're going to work our way into chair pose. We're going to do it gradually. So as you inhale, lift the chest, bend the knees, sink the hips down. Keep the fingertips in contact with the floor, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, lift the hips and fold. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forwards. One more. Inhale to lift. Shoulders away from the ears. Squeeze the thighs together. Exhale, fold. Okay, this time we're going to come into chair. Sweep the fingertips along your mat. Bend the knees. Now lift the arms. Okay, so now you stay there. I'm not fussed about whether your arms are all the way back here by your ears. If you notice, if I force my arms back, my back starts to curl. And I'd much rather your tailbone was lengthened towards the floor. If your shoulders aren't open enough to do that with the arms back here, then just bring them forwards a little bit. Squeeze the thighs together, eye gaze between the hands. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, bring the hands to the heart. We're going to twist. Left elbow across the knee, press the palms together, lift the chest, look over the back shoulder. Check your knees are square. Big breath in. As you breathe out, soften and fold forwards. Inhale, we come to chair. Tips of the fingers along the mat. Exhale to settle. Big breath in. Exhale, hands to the heart and twist. Right elbow crosses left knee. Press the palms. Lift the chest. Breath in. As you breathe out, fold forwards. Inhale, flat back. Bring the hands to the shins, look forwards. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Another breath in. As you breathe out, soften everything. Fold forwards. Inhale to rise. All the way up to standing. Exhale. Hands to your heart. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of rounds of sun salutations. So begin at the top of your mat. We're going to go through classical. So feet together. Any issues with the hamstrings or the lower back, then by all means take the feet hip distance apart. Okay, so mountain pose, Tadasana. Really ground down through the feet, tailbone lengthened towards the floor, core engaged, chest open, shoulders back. Grow tall from the crown of your head. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale to fold forwards. Bend your knees as much as you need to get your hands down to the floor. Inhale, step your right foot back, knee down, lift the chest. Retain the breath as you step back to plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin to the floor, elbows hug the ribs. Inhale, push and lift to cobra, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot steps up between the hands, back knee down, lift the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, release. Okay, I'm going to do the left side. Inhale. Exhale, fold all the way to the floor. Inhale, left leg steps way back. Lift the chest. Retain the breath. Plank pose. Exhale, knees, chest and chin to the floor. Inhale, push and lift to cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot steps up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, release. Okay, so we're going to modify. If you feel like you'd like to do another couple of rounds of that, just to warm through the body, get the circulation going, and by all means, pause, rewind, and do another couple of rounds. Okay, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right leg back. Use the whole breath to complete the movement. On an in-breath, we're opening the chest. Hold on to the breath, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga, or stick with 8-point pose. Inhale, lift to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot up between the hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg back. Retain the breath, plank. Exhale. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot steps up, lift the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, release. Okay, so we're going to add into the sequence this time. I'm going to turn around so that I'm going to be facing you. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right leg back. Retain the breath, plank pose. Exhale to lower, your choice, chaturanga or 8-point pose. Inhale, lift to cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high for 3-legged dog. Then exhale, step the foot between the hands. Now we're going to keep the back knee lifted this time. You can of course pop it down if you'd rather, but if you're with me, knee is over the ankle, back leg is nice and straight and strong. Now press the floor away with the foot, squeeze the thighs together. Imagine you've got a block between the thighs, try not to drop it. Inhale. And exhale, hands behind you. So, same as we did earlier. Palms towards each other. Nice straight leg at the back. Front knee over the ankle. Maybe lift the gaze. breathing. Okay, release the hands, turn your back foot and straighten off the front leg. Come into triangle pose, inhale, exhale, reach, reach, reach. Then we simply windmill the arms. Right hand to right shin, left hand reaches up to 12 o'clock. Now push the hips forwards, pull the top shoulder back. So this top hand is active. It's almost like I'm trying to lift you out of the pose. We're not sinking down onto this right leg. We should be able to move this hand if we needed to. So we're not leaning heavily on here. Have a glance down your body. We should not be able to see this back leg. If you can, it means you're too far forwards. You maybe need to come up a little higher. No problem with having the hand here. And then working your way lower down the leg. Okay, keep the legs exactly where they are. Windmill your upper body. Right arm reaches up overhead towards the back of the room. Nice C shape for the spine. Reverse triangle. And release. Okay, now turn your right toes. Take the heels wider than the toes. Come into a forward fold. So if you want to go a little wider with the feet, then you can. Hands to the hips. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips until you're halfway, and release the hands down to the floor. So if your hands are comfortably on the mat, bring your fingertips so that they're in line with your toes, and have the hands underneath the shoulders. Then you're aiming for the crown of your head to come to the floor somewhere around here in between the fingertips, which means you're hinging from the hips with a flat back. Now have a little play around with the weight of your body. Make sure it's a little bit further forwards in the feet, in the balls of the feet as opposed to the heels. And then we're working our way down, lifting the sit bones, crown of the head coming down towards the floor. And breathe. Okay, start to look forwards. Take the eye gaze along the floor until you reach halfway. Just let the head settle. Heel toe the feet in a little. Inhale to lift with a flat back. And exhale to step back up to the top of your mat. Okay, let's do the other side. So you don't have to switch ends. I'm just switching ends so that I'm always facing you. Okay, so left side. Take a breath in. And exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, left leg back. Retain the breath, plank pose. Exhale to lower, your choice. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise your left leg high, three-legged dog. And exhale, step the foot between the hands. Keep the back knee lifted if you wish, or of course you can pop it down if you prefer. I'm going to keep mine lifted, nice straight back leg. Press the feet into the floor and squeeze that imaginary block between your thighs. So you should feel nice and solid in the lower body, really grounded, really strong. Exhale, hands behind you. Interlace the fingers. Lift the chest, eye gaze up. Opening up the front of the body. Okay, release. So we're going to drop the back heel, straighten off the front leg, ready for triangle. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, reach horizontally first, as far as you can. Then we just windmill the arms. So this time it's your right fingertips, and just imagine someone's holding you by those fingers and they're trying to lift you up. That's the sensation, rather than sinking down, if you like. So we're using just the core to hold you in place. We're not leaning on this leg. Glance down your body. If you can see that back leg, you need to come back a little bit. And if that means coming higher, we can be here. Gradually keep making your way down, a little bit lower. Open up the chest. Okay, keeping the legs where they are, just windmill the arms. Left arm reaches overhead behind you. And release. Okay, turn your left toes. Coming back to our forward fold. Take the heels wider than the toes. And then take your arms behind you. Interlace the fingers. Lift the chest. As you exhale, fold from the hips. Lift the knuckles up towards the ceiling. So in theory, our hands should be coming all the way back over the back of the head towards the floor here. Nowhere near for my shoulders, but some of you may be closer than me. As long as you can feel a stretch in the shoulders, then we're all good. Lifting the sit bones. And release the arms down towards the floor. See if your head may be a little closer this time. Okay, take the eye gaze very slowly along the floor. Just feel your head just regulate itself. Maybe heel toe the feet in. Bring the hands to the hips. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, so we're going to come to a balance. Tree pose. So standing on your left foot, lifting the right. Now you don't need to lift the toes at all. You can keep them tapped down on the floor. Bring them to the ankle or the shin or above the knee. Okay, if you're above the knee, press your foot against your thigh and your thigh back against your foot, so you've got some resistance there. The supporting foot is really grounded. Hands to the heart. Lift out of the crown of the head. So we always work from the ground up. So the toes spread, foot secure, supporting leg is engaged, tailbone lengthened, core switched on, chest open. Lift out the crown. Okay, let's take a breath in, reaching the arms overhead. Exhale, bend the elbows, bring the fingertips down between the shoulder blades. Inhale to lift. Exhale to open the branches of your tree. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, hands down to your heart. Okay, so your right foot, cross it over the supporting left foot. Sweep the arms up and over. Take hold of the wrist. Really nice stretch all the way down the right side of your body. And lift, release. Let's do the other side. So now we're standing on the right foot, lifting the left. Try and choose the same option that you did on the right side. One side is generally easier than the other. We want to try and balance out the left and right sides. So again, work your way from your feet, spread the toes, engage the muscles in the supporting leg. Keep the hips square so we're not popping the hips out to the side. Okay, tailbone lengthened, core engaged, chest open, shoulders back, lift out of the crown of the head. It helps to find a little spot that's not moving and soften your gaze as you look at it. It's a steady mind, steady pose. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, bend your elbows. Take the fingertips down the back. Inhale to lift. Exhale, open. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Okay, so this time the left foot is going to cross over the right. Inhale, sweep the arms up and over. Take hold of the left wrist. Really nice stretch down the whole side of your body. And release. Okay, so we're going to come back down to the floor. Half Lord of the Fishes. So we're going to have the left heel tucked in towards your bottom and your right knee bent. Foot can be ahead of the knee here. Just check that you're sitting nice and tall. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale to twist to your right. So use your elbow, hook it around the knee and use it to help you lift and lengthen. Right hand to the floor at the base of the spine. Eye gaze over the back shoulder. So with every breath in, you're lifting and lengthening. With every breath out, maybe see if you can twist a little deeper. And release, coming back round to centre. Now we're going to take this right foot, see if we can tuck it in towards your bottom. So now the knees should be stacked, both facing forwards. Take the left arm up overhead, bend the elbows, fingertips between the shoulders and take the right arm underneath for cow face pose. So you're aiming to hook the fingers at the back of the body. If you need to use a strap, by all means do so, or hold on to the t-shirt. Just take a breath in. As you breathe out, fold forwards. So let your whole upper body rest down on that leg. Check that both of your sit bones are still down on the floor, they haven't rolled forwards. You should be feeling a nice stretch into the hips and into the shoulders. And lifting the chest. Unravel the arms, just have a little roll of the shoulders, and then let's do the other side. So tucking your right foot in, left knee crosses over, take a breath in, and exhale to twist, elbow around the knee, left hand to the floor, use them, lift and lengthen, and exhale to twist. Release, coming back round to centre, nice and slow. Pick up the left foot, tuck it in. Both knees now facing forwards. Okay, taking the right arm up, bend the elbow, left arm underneath. Clasp the fingers if you can. Inhale, and as you exhale, fold forwards. Inhaling to lift and release. Okay, so bringing your feet flat to the floor, arms at shoulder height. So now you might want to grab a block if you've got one, or a cushion. So I'm going to give you a couple of options. So starting here, inhale. As you exhale, rolling down to the floor. Hands by the sides of the body. Bring the heels in close to your bottom. Just a couple of little shoulder bridges. So you want the knees over the ankles, hip width apart. Inhale, press the lower back into the floor. Squeeze the glutes to lift. And exhale to lower. And again, inhale. And lower. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, so at this point, options are, if you know shoulder stand, then take shoulder stand. If you want to go for something a little bit more restorative, then you can take your legs up the wall, literally just legs up the wall. Or if you don't want to put your feet on your freshly painted walls, get a block or a cushion, or even just your hands, and pop them underneath your hips, just so that the hips are a little bit raised. And then take one leg followed by the other up towards the ceiling. Relax the feet, have a little circle of the ankles if you wish. And just try and get here the benefits of an inversion. So as I say, you could do this on a bed with your legs up against the headboard or against the wall. This is the simplest version. Obviously, it's less relaxing because you have to hold your own legs up, but if you're against the wall, you're supported, or if you're comfortable in shoulder stand, then take yourself up into shoulder stand. So this is really good for your circulation. So good for a boost. Our bodies need to circulate oxygen and toxins. Everything needs to, good stuff coming in has to travel. Bad stuff leaving has to travel. Anything that helps that process along is going to be helpful. Okay, so you stay here as long as you would like to. From here, we're going to lower. Remove the block or cushion if you've used one. We're going to lift back up to a bridge, just very softly. Now bringing the hands underneath you, lock your thumbs, spread the fingers. You're going to have the palms down on the floor. See if you can roll a little bit higher onto the shoulders, walk the fingertips away from you. Now softly lower your body down. Release the thumbs but keep the hands where they are. So your lower arms are underneath your body. Stretch the legs out, flex the feet. So we're coming to fish. As you inhale, you're going to press into the forearms, lifting your chest and your head off the mat. And as you exhale, lowering the crown of the head to the floor. So inhaling and exhale. So stay there for at least 5 breaths. You're opening up the lungs, increasing your lung capacity by up to 30%. So really good thing to do. Anybody with asthma, any respiratory issues, it just opens up the ribs, opens up the chest, just physically gives you more space to breathe. So 5 as a minimum. Of course, if you'd like to do more, stay for more. Whenever you're finished, slide the back of your head away from you along the mat. Release the arms from underneath you. Take the hands, link the fingers, just cup the base of your skull. Bring the elbows together, flex the feet, and then just lift the head to look down towards the toes. Just really stretch the back of the neck. And whenever you're ready, just finding yourself comfortable on your mat. So if your back is somewhere that causes you problems, then maybe take the feet flat, mat width apart, knees in towards each other, or bolster or a cushion under the knees. Alternatively, if you feel fine in the back, Shavasana, corpse pose, just take the feet a little wider than the hips, arms by the side of the body. Just check you're in a straight line. Maybe wriggle the sit bones away from you a little bit, just to lessen the arch in the lower back. Move the shoulders away from the ears. Turn the palms to face the ceiling. Gently tuck the chin towards the chest to lengthen the back of the neck. Softly close the eyes. And bring your attention back to your breathing. In and out through the nose. Only this time you're not going to try to control it, just let it be completely natural. Every out breath, try to release and let go of any tension you might be holding in the body. Just let it go into the floor. Feel a little heavier, softer, more relaxed. Now, as always, you feel free to stay there as long as you like, or take one of the guided relaxations that I'll be offering. A nice 5 minutes at the end of a class is always nice. And then whenever you're ready, you can bring some movement into the fingers and the toes. Rolling over onto your side, maybe into a recovery position. Taking a really deep breath in through the nose and letting it out through the mouth. And then very slowly use your upper body to push you away from the floor. Coming back up to sit. Take a really deep breath in through the nose as you sweep the arms overhead, and then exhaling, bringing the hands down to your